Steven Hillenburg, the creator of SpongeBob, pitched an episode about acne to Nickelodeon, which they had accepted. By Nickelodeon's request, a new employee who just started his first days in the studio was picked to be its main writer. He agreed and got started. Little did they know that the writer chosen would wildly misinterpret their vision for the worst. The script, allegedly titled Barnacles, went as follows. The episode began with Squidward waking up in the morning, exhausted, knowing that he had to spend yet another day in his cashier position. He set out from his bed and took a shower before eating breakfast and watching TV. He switched to a relaxing channel and settled himself down before work. Everything was normal until the channel gets interrupted by a breaking news report instructing the citizens to stay home from their jobs due to claims of a virus spreading, rumored that they came from a species of flowers able to spawn parasites on a fish's body upon close contact. He paid no attention to the danger, and instead grew ecstatic over the announcement that he wouldn't have to go into work for the time being. Squidward jumped with joy, chortling that he wouldn't be forced to spend another day with that annoying sponge. He then steps outside, unknowing that he wasn't supposed to, and picks a flower. That flower being identical to the one displayed on TV early on, and takes a deep breath. SpongeBob then peeks his head out from his window and notices Squidward, asking him why he's outside, to which Squidward replies that he wants at least some me time, due to how he rarely ever gets any more days off than just the weekend. SpongeBob then warns him that he needed to stay inside because the news said so, but Squidward denies, leading to a back-and-forth banter. Suddenly, SpongeBob interrupts, noticing a barnacle growing on Squidward's head. SpongeBob opens his mouth, clearly wanting to say something, but pausing mid-breath. The awkward moment of silence prompts him to slowly, uncomfortably shut his window, leaving Squidward out there alone. Lost and weirded out by SpongeBob's sudden mood swing, he gazes far off to the distance and ponders over what just happened, before heading back inside. This whole time, he doesn't notice the barnacle on his head. Throughout the script, Squidward starts itching from the infected barnacle, only distracting him from the many barnacles growing over his body. The montage of him worsening his infection drags out. Nightfall hits. Squidward gets ready for bed, but he feels uncomfortable by whatever is preventing him from lying down. Annoyed, he gets up to check and finally notices the barnacles that have now spread to his arm. Startled, he repeatedly tries and fails to scratch them away, only provoking the barnacles to bulge further. And horrified, he dashes into his bathroom and switches the lights on before getting a clear look at his mirror. The terror set before him was enough to make his eyes force open. Tons of barnacles caked his upper frame, partially blanketing his head and halfway through his arm. Squidward panics, scrambling through each drawer just to find something, any possible remedy he could use to remove the infection, and stumbles upon a lone set of tweezers. Begrudgingly and painfully, he yanks out the bits of skin disease one by one, only sprouting more on areas that went untouched prior. With each barnacle hanging on, left on Squidward's skin, another emerges in its place and produces more. Soon enough, piles of these crusty, rock-like monstrosities litter the bathroom's tiles. Squidward falls over, lurching and intensely screaming from the unfathomable pain, the camera still sitting on his mirror. His full demise is unshown, only implied by the shadows on the wall behind him. Fade to black and transition into morning. Squidward's shell phone rings throughout his house, and it goes to voicemail after a few seconds of nothing happening. On the other side of the phone is SpongeBob, leaving a message to apologize, asking if Squidward is feeling alright from the morning before. He ends his concern with a reminder that Squidward can call at any time if he's feeling down, promising he won't shame him for something that comes naturally. Of course, implying that SpongeBob thinks he's simply undergoing acne, rather than the virus. The view pans through rooms of his home as this happens, and then stops on his bedroom, where disgusting, pus-like liquid pools underneath his bathroom door emerge. And upon cutting to the interior, a dramatic orchestral scare choir sounds off, revealing that Squidward has now been reduced to a parasitic engulfed mess, akin to a real barnacle pit. Squidward leaks pus from most of the tiny arthropods that were latched onto his body and twitch in really short intervals, indicating that he was hardly able to hold on to his life, in spite of what he had become. The script ends on the supposed shot of Squidward's twitching, still barely living carcass. Nickelodeon staff felt very displeased by the final product and scolded the employee, informing him that the episode was never meant to involve viral diseases of any kind, only acne. Upon being told that they would scrap his idea and rework it to fit with SpongeBob's TV rating, the employee stubbornly, painstakingly, tried to change their minds. No matter what he said or did, Nick stood by their disapproval, and he was given two choices: let him alter his concept, or leave. And rumor has it that the script was either trashed or locked within the studio vault. Whenever Nickelodeon is asked about its whereabouts, they always deny Barnacles ever existing, stated that it's always been some internet myth, and nothing more. The writer of Barnacles was never seen again afterward. Whether or not his script or identity will ever come forward is uncertain. But even if he did reveal himself anonymously, I wouldn't blame him for masking himself. It's good to be persistent, just not this much.